12 minutes 52 on the camera. I know just exactly what to do with them minutes. I'm here to tell you about how I'm never gonna ride a pony while it's dark. I like to switch it up, you know. Obviously you know what the title is. I'm not gonna hit you with that straight away, like, you know, you thought I was gonna do that, didn't you? But no, I hit you with a fucking little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I can't lie. I've been seeing that Jabadi G meme lately. It's brilliant. I don't fall into these traps of not being able to talk correctly, because I'm not trying to say I've got a superior vocabulary, but I just know I've got a flavour with words. I can take it places. Why am I talking absolute waffle and not getting to the point? Right, I'm going to get to the point now. Right, I'm never going to Hollywood. I'm never ever going. I'm not going to take part in none of this nastiness. I was watching a Mark Latoya interview earlier, and it just got me thinking that it's about a guy that lives in LA. He was a porn star. Fucking just Mark Latoya, I'll watch anything he'll film. He does interviews with inbreds, prostitutes, gangsters, drug addicts. Everything he does is brilliant, and I'm heavily inspired by what he does, and you're going to see that over the next couple of weeks with the videos that I'm starting to make. That's where I want to take my channel. I think that's what I'm probably most passionate about at the minute. Obviously that and my artwork, but that can be on the sidelines, and this can be what the main focus of the thingy. Mainly because I was listening to an interview where he was talking, he was on a podcast, and he was talking about how he does about 10 interviews per day. Mark Latoya, he's a photographer. That's how he originally starts, and that's where his passion is. Much like for me, like I love my graffiti, he has the photography on the sideline. So every time he does an interview, he takes a picture of someone. And when I can resonate with that feeling. When I met the pesky hobo sat here the other day, he came down. It was a really bad interview on my behalf. There was a lot of burning questions that now he's gone off, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I ask him this? Why didn't I ask him that? It was an unprepared interview. He just turned up on me and like surprised me. You know, he asked me for a cigarette, walked away, and he came back. And I was just so like taken aback by the fact that it was that pesky hobo, the guy that like led me to have my personal most successful video on the internet. And it was like one where people were torn up, they were like angry at me for the way I spoke to him. Some were on his side, a lot of people were on my side. You know, it's a really good video. It captivated the audience, and he's just fucking turned up out of nowhere, and I didn't have the questions for him. But this is what I want to do. I don't want to get rich. I don't want to be chasing fancy cars and big houses and lavish lifestyle and gambling £600,000 at a casino. Not for me. I say I'm never going to Hollywood because you know what it is? It's a cesspit of depravity, pedophilia, wrongness. I don't know what's going on there, but there's something in the air. So I call it Rollywood. Fucking where I'm at, that's Rollywood, isn't it? There's a scene to be built wherever you are in the world. You ain't got to flock to these big places to try and meet like-minded people, you know. You are the fucking movement, and you've got to build up your own little towns, and you've got to be the reason why your hometown's on the map. You put it on the map and you say it with pride. You don't run off to these big cities trying to seek fame. Yeah? And I can see where maybe some of the big influencers might go, you know, now they're starting to see money, now they're having connections out there, gravitating towards this place. I'll never go there. So the main reason being is this guy on the screen right here. A man who shares my fucking name. So the first name, the first man, as my Romanian friend calls me, Adamos, or Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, Bash. It's funny because my boss were called Steve, and like with this sus humour thing that were going on back in the day, there was even the fucking Indian girl Gaga getting on it. Bless her, lovely girl. She's like, it's not Adam and Eve, it's Adam and Steve. That's what she said. I was like, Gaga, bro, not you too, man. I was upset, but I forgive, move on. I'm never going there because of Adam. Basically, I put this man on my Instagram about 4 years ago, and I said, this is before I started the porn, I might add. I stated that he makes me proud to be called Adam. So there's very few Adams of reputable stature. So you've got Adam Levine, okay, shout out that dude, but normally we're like Mackey's workers or whatever. And I'm sure you'll vouch for that, other Adams out there. You know, we ain't got the greatest start in life. It's something about the name, it's a hindrance. But it is what it is. I got two of the bastards back to back. I'm Adam Joseph Rollison, so I suppose I could have been AJ. But when I was growing up, there's a kid who had AJ on the block, and it was cheesy. I just didn't like it. It sounded very American to me. I was just like, nah, rock with Adam. I ain't switching up. I'll take it. It's a shit name, but like, come on, it's simple, innit? It's fast. Or like Adam Hussein. I kind of liked it after Saddam came about, because I was just like, yeah, Adam Hussein, dictator, brother, running the show. I'm running this show. I'm steering it all kinds of left, right, fucking different directions that we don't need to be going. So Adam 22, basically I was on that shit, no jumper, when it was first starting out, and maybe 50,000 subscribers. I'll tell you the exact time frame as I got onto it is when he had the fight with Austin Oggy. So after Adam had that fight with Austin Oggy, I always knew he was a bitch. You know, he couldn't throw hands. It was a sorry moment in time. But yeah, it just turned out to be so much wronger than you could possibly hope. And you know, I like the guy's personality still to this day. He's a funny man. He's done some great stuff. He's built some big money for himself. He had an empire, so I wanted to buy No Jumper t-shirts at one point, but I'm so glad I didn't, because much like Dank of England, the only other brand that I've supported, they never actually fucking sent me the hoodie. I ordered 2 hoodies, they sent me 2 t-shirts. But I'm so glad I never supported this brand, man, because there'd be more hoodies now that I could not use. I couldn't use the Dank of England ones because they didn't fucking turn up. Fuck you, Screech, you still owe me 2 hoodies, dog, but you know, let bygones be bygones. Rest in peace, Black the Ripper. But you've kind of let Dank of England go down. This shitter, mate. You have. It's nothing to what it would have been if he was still here. And maybe, you know, I say this a lot. People, I'm blessed by life. Maybe that was the karma for not sending me them hoodies. Maybe right now, if you'd have sent me the fucking hoodies, dude, DOE would be banging. No one even wears that shit no more, fool. Maybe I'm just in my little tunnel because I'm mad about the hoodies that you never sent. But well, rough subject. I didn't mean to send him for fucking Screech. I apologise. There's really no bad blood in it. I'm just taking a piss. But Hollywood's a nasty place. He started, this guy, just to let you know, he was a BMX rider and he had a company where he sold BMX parts. He had a BMX blog. He was very successful in 2016-17. Leading up to that, he had a shop on Melrose Avenue in LA, and he was able to interview all of these upcoming rappers out the back, such as like X-Tentacion, Juice WRLD, fucking just loads of Little P, you know, loads of these upcoming artists in that 2018 sad boy sort of like grimy era, man. Wicked time for music, and I hope that like maybe that could repeat itself at some point. I don't think it ever will, but just like a scene that meant so much as that, like it was a wicked time for music, and you didn't even really like realise you were in it. But I was watching No Jumper, all of these interviews, just like mesmerised by the life. That was kind of like my way of feeling a part of the scene, because in England people don't like hang around on the block like they do in America, and I always felt like I wish I was an American. Or like, I loved YouTube back when I was a little kid. No one watched YouTube at school, so it's like, all the Americans watch YouTube. So I kind of always gravitated towards that, and my cousin is from America, so I kind of had that link in that comparison, you know. But this was my everything, and I loved it, and a lot of UK people really gravitated towards what was going on in America, and now I couldn't give a fuck. There's no scene that I'm interested in. It's all like gangster rap, and that shit just doesn't resonate with a suburban white kid from England, you know. But it meant a lot to me, the geezer, to the point where I posted him on my Instagram and said he makes me proud to be called Adam. And then he's gone to be some porn star who's famous now for letting his wife get smashed by a big black man. And like, yeah, cool, money, dude, but it's the Bob Marley thing, man. And I understand now, like, that little taste of fame, when you have something booming and you're up and you're being talked about, it's great, it's amazing. Then when it goes to a low and you've lost 10 followers and you're not gained nothing in a month or something, it's kind of like this weird feeling. But Bob Marley said it best: if you're chasing a number to be happy, you'll never be happy. The goalposts are always going to get bigger and shift. Do you think now, a normal person watching this, if I had 25k followers or whatever and 4,000 subs like Rollo, I'd be buzzing, I'd be doing this and that with it. But when you get there, it's kind of like, oh, if I had this now, and like, where does that end? Is that going to carry on? And I just don't want to be in that little rat race or whatever. I just want to stay true to what I want to do, not chase the money. I heard it said best by O Panda, a guy who's coming up on Insta now. That's how I watch him. He's a Scottish artist. Shout out my Scottish brethrens. I've never met this geezer or spoke to him, but I just really love his artwork. It's kind of similar to my style, I think. You know, you could see similarities there. But he's doing well now, you know. He's got a studio, he's living the life of an artist. And one of his friends says, I don't want to be rich, I just want enough to flow through life. And I thought that was the perfect way to think of it. I just want enough to flow. That's it, to be able to do my art full time, because that is my purpose and my passion, to be able to go around, meet interesting people, interview them, do my artwork. That's it. Fuck your big houses and your fancy cars and that. Obviously, yeah, cool, get that shit, but Steve Irwin, you know what I mean? That's me with graph. I'm not Steve Irwin's graffiti writer. That's how I want to be looked at. Just the pure passion of it. Like this, no matter anything else what I could be doing, this is it. Just drawing, making the art. Because that's the only time that I've had this love and recognition in life, is through this artwork. So when you find something like that, it becomes your confidence. And I think that could be anything for you, you know. Just find that shit that you love, man, and just get it. Oh, finito. I've got some big videos coming this week, man. Ciao. I bet that was about 12 minutes as well, I got a feeling. Yeah, well, I had, yeah, exactly 12 minutes when what the fuck, bro, that's crazy.